Hey Celie, it's Emma. I wanted to make another video response for you because I was writing an email and it was taking too long, so I figured I'd just make a video and basically just kind of go off of my email what I was going to say to you. And I want to make this quick because it takes forever to upload and I don't have time to sit by my computer and wait to see if it goes through. But I wanted to say I'm glad that you really liked my response to you, my video response to you. There not too many people do video responses on YouTube, well, at least in our pregnant community, which is totally fine. I just like to do it because you can kind of get the feeling across what you're feeling, instead of just writing it. But the reason I made a video response is because obviously I feel really strongly about this topic because I've been through it, and I'm reading off of the email. Every situation is different, I must say, and you won't know how it works out until it starts working itself out. Like I was going through the same thing, like watching your video going, she's doing exactly what I was doing when I was pregnant with Ella and going through this crap with Jason, her father. And it's the same, it was the same exact thing. Like, it was just like, you need to get your shit together. You need to start working, or you need to change something about your life. And he didn't want to. He was just really, like, he made other excuses why he couldn't, but it basically came down to, he didn't want to. He was just immature. And yeah, so I didn't think, like, I thought that he would stick around somewhat, but he literally ran away. Like, as soon as Ella came out, and I guess it was like 2 months down the line, or I don't know, a little bit longer than that, he disappeared. He didn't want anything to do with her or me, which is fine. And then you said, you said, stop thinking about the future, It is something to think about, but like I said, it'll come together. And there's nothing you can do about it now, but keep an open mind. Like, children are a lot smarter than a lot of people think, Like, Ella's 3 years old, and I've already explained to her, the difference between my boyfriend and Jason, her father. She calls my boyfriend, his name's Bobby, she calls him Ada, A-D-A, and that basically means dad to her. Like, well, I've asked her on numerous occasions, Ella, where's your dad? And she kind of like, Ada, and so she knows. Like, I've never even told her that Ada's her dad, but I have explained to her the difference between, well, I've tried. You can't really expect a 3-year-old to really understand what you're saying, but I've said to her, like, there was one occasion actually in the past 2 years, and it was recently, that she went to see Jason, her real father. And before we went, I had told her, I keep pictures of him, 2 pictures of him in her sock drawer. I don't keep them out, but every so often I pull them out and I say, this is your father, Ella, this is Jason. And that's what you call him, Jason, but this is your father. So I'm showing her that there's an importance to this face that she sees, in this picture. So before we went to go see him, the one and only time that she can remember, I pulled out the pictures and I said, remember this person that I showed you? Who is that? And she's like, Jason, and I explained to her, I said, we're going to go see him today, and this is your father, and it's not like your dad. It's kind of like your dad, but it's not your dad. And it's like, I'm explaining it this whole time, just going, like, just kind of, I don't know, knowing that she's not getting it fully, but she's grasping some of it. And then, but I do this because, and some people are like, what's the point even, you know, like, she never sees him, he's not going to come around, like, there's no point, really. But I do this because it's only fair to her. When she is 8 or 9, she's already going to have a really firm understanding of where she came from, and who her father is, and whatever. So there's no questions. And it's just something that she grew up with, so there's no surprise or whatever. But that's how I deal with that, and I would hope that, you know, you would handle it the same way, if your situation's close to mine, and you find a boyfriend, which I'm sure you will, that is going to be a good dad or a better dad to your daughter, that person is that for your daughter. I don't know. So basically, moral of my story is that children understand a lot more than people give them credit for. And it's easier for them to understand earlier in life than it is later in life. So, whatever. I'm going to stop this video now because it's getting too long. I'll see you later. I'm going to go watch your 27 week video. Okay, bye.